St. Petersburg to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Atlanta. Bye, y'all.
Functioning as an Academy of Arts. The rest of the building was still under construction. The Academy of Arts, the leading educational school in the field of arts, is still in this building.
Probably 650.
No.
On the yes, there are ocean liners launched at the embankment of the Neva River. You see the one of them ahead of us on our right. They can't go up the river further than this place because of the bridges. But you see, the Neva River is navigable, so high water that they can reach this point here.
Oh, that's the seaboard. Seaboard is the one above.
The seaboard.
Seaboard, right? Yeah, the next one above region. It's the most expensive.
Seabourn is the name of the line or the name of the ship? Oh.
It's very expensive cruises. They're all
Out of where? Out of Scandinavia?
No, United States. Yeah. We didn't care too. See those big cats.
Yeah.
Advertising.
Oops.
And that person will take you to the bus.
Got that, Phil?
So on our right is the
5:20
Winter
after the
Palace.
Hermitage.
That is the place where we are coming back after lunch. On our left is one of the wings of the Admiralty. Ahead of us is the Neva River, and once again we are driving across the palace, across the river along the palace bridge. On the opposite side of the river, on our left, is the green building, which is the Chamber of Curiosities, the first Russian museum that was based by Peter the Great. Why it is called so? Because Peter the Great had a collection of different things. It was a very versatile collection. You know, it could be anything, different things which could surprise people. It could be like an exotic. It was very educative. So he tried to urge people, I mean Peter the Great thought, he tried to urge people to come here and have a look, but they were not very much eager to do that because they thought it was witchcraft. So what did he do to encourage people to come? He would offer women a cup of tea at the entrance, free of charge, and men got a glass of vodka, because for them tea was not enough to encourage them. It didn't work. Anyway, people were so afraid they wouldn't come. So later this collection was given to the Academy of Sciences, and the Academy started actually 4 museums on the base of that one collection. One of the museums, the Museum of Ethnography and Anthropology of Peoples of the World, including that interesting collection of anatomical preparations, is still in this green building.
So this is a restaurant. It's Pectopa, which was the
ladies and
Academy
gentlemen, please
Museum
be
with
back
all
on the
strange
bus
things.
on the Golden Chariot not later than 1 o'clock, because our session in the Hermitage is at 1:12. Don't make fun of me. It is 1:12, and we are allowed to be 3 minutes late. They're very funny people there. And so the monument was demolished, but in the end of the 90s, in 1996, when they celebrated the centenary of the Russian fleet, the Dutch government made an exact copy of that monument and again gave it as a present to St. Petersburg, so now it is here again. There, I'm not quite sure we'll be able to find you before the New Year. That's why I advise you to stick to the group. And be very careful, because we are going to use the earphones. Please take your receivers with us. Now when we leave the bus, we'll check if they are working. And inside the museum, we are going to use the earphones. Notice that it is very confusing. The range at which you can hear me is 30 meters, which means that you can hear me, but I'll be in another room. So make sure that you not only hear, but also see me. Because if you hear me, it's not boring. No, it's true.
Okay, now I'm in the front seat.
Finally.
Driver, finally getting some information on all this GPS.
To your right.
What is to my right? Oh, that's
You're
beautiful.
right, the field of
Look
Mars.
at this guy's going on here.
The field of Mars is on your right, and the Church of Our Savior on the spilled blood. Shall I talk for you again?
Yeah.
But I have to get it. Yeah, go ahead. Something about the blood.
And
What is? But I don't have the spilled blood yet.
You get the spilled blood.
What's this bloody guy doing up there?
Which bloody guy?
The spilled blood is right to my right.
He
So.
was killed by terrorists.
Yeah.
Alexander II.
Oh.
The one who liberated the Serbs, I beg your pardon. He was a good guy. My candid?
Too much reflection
By
on
the
the
way,
side.
ladies and gentlemen, by the way, we have a nice chocolate store 5-minute walk away from the hotel. Don't know about Mumu, we've got to go and check, but they have lots of chocolate there. Mumu is not chocolate. Mumu is milk and sugar and butter. They are very good. We love them very much.
They're very sweet, aren't they? Very
They are
sugary.
sweet, but with tea of coffee.
Blood of Renaults and Lexus. VW. Couple sailors on leave here.
I'll be there.
I was talking about a cruise ship before. Guys are looking
Looking
for the ladies.
18th, I'm calling my daughters, and I always have to stop in Atlanta. It's the hub.
There's Club Chicago doing lunch, getting a new front on the building here.
Take a bus. Get on the bus, and it's 3 days and 2 nights. We're going to Poland.
Chicago lunch for 190 rubles. Special deal.
That's the new one.
Right next to the Raiffeisenbank. Raiffeisen. Oh, Raiffeisen.
Some club,
The German bank. Full?
Gordon. Put it in to keep it dry.
So far I remember only the sign. I have never been there myself, so I can't tell you anything.
Oh my God! But it says restaurant. Yeah.
Final sale 60%
They're
off.
cracking up. Then we have
Department store of St. Petersburg. Yes, it was constructed in the 18th century. Huge one in size. And how can we get here from our hotel? Just no. It's a very pleasant walk, you know, with very beautiful buildings around and lots of greenery. So if you do not mind walking for 20 minutes, or well, I could do that within 15. But this is your first time here, definitely you are going to look around. In your case it will be from 20 to 30 minutes. So if you follow the rails, that's what we are doing now. Always follow the rails. Here you are, in Nevsky Prospect after 20 minutes.
This is Nevsky Prospect now?
Now, Nevsky Prospect, we've just crossed
We
it.
just passed it.
It was on our right.
Right, okay. And what is this street?
I don't remember exactly. Как это называется, эта улица?
This is on the left.
Это?
Да.
Садовая.
Sorry, of course. This is called Garden Street, and on our left you see a military college named after Suvorov. Suvorov, our famous military commander of the 18th century. So it is an old mansion of the 18th century which is occupied by Suvorov Military School.
This guy is parked here.
Well, St. Petersburg
parallel
is famous for parks, but they do
Look
not have so many
He's
as
just
we
parking.
have, and they're not so very big. You know, when the city was started, it was already meant to be the capital, and from the very beginning, practically from the very beginning, the land was very expensive, and the buildings are very close to each other.
Yeah. Park any old way, just
Yeah, look at them. They're just sticking
Orange in color, and they are called
It's a restaurant.
teaspoons.
teaspoon.
It is cheap. Well, not
Teaspoon
very
restaurant.
cheap, but cheap by comparison with many other places. It has a self-service, and it very much reminds me of Soviet canteens. And the food reminds me of Soviet canteens. So if you're interested in this sort of place, so chayная ложка or teaspoon is available here and closer to the one in Yaroslavl. So you are tired enough with all the tours and stuff like that, so I don't want to advertise the market, but just for you to know it exists. And this big department store is on our left, concrete and glass, and the smaller building in front of it with the yellowish roof, this is the closest metro station. It is called Hay Square, Senaya Ploshchad. So we are in Hay Square right now, with a great number of cars, all different stores and kiosks and pickpockets. And pickpockets. You just, it doesn't happen very often, but people are stubborn and they do not want to listen. On my previous cruise, about 70% of my group was robbed.
Really? 70?
Yes, about 70%.
What?
Credit cards, wallets, passports. Well, passports were pain in the ass. Wallets are okay, and it takes hours to call. It wouldn't be possible. I mean, it is not proved, but it is our very strong guess.
Yes.
So we always warn our guests, especially men are not obedient. Men are not obedient. They think it would never ever happen.
They put their money in their back pocket.
Oh yeah, their credit cards. Money's okay, but only for Grand Circle people is going to be served. The beauty salon, the internet, the business center are available. And here we are. On your right, a small brown door with red Cyrillic signing. If you like pastry, cakes, coffee, it's there. The prices are pretty reasonable. Another place to eat will be the next door to, it is called Sushi Bar. It is not far from our hotel at all. That brown building on our left. And on the other side of the street, that kind of toffee building, is Berezka, which is birch tree bar. This is where you can also have meals. Oh, somebody has lost her shoes. And something else. This street is narrow, and everybody who drives here, they are troublemakers. Every day something happens, and imagine we've got to park 6 buses here, which we can't do, of
Leaves the
course.
garbage.
That's why we...
Okay, here's a Russian band welcoming us to Catherine's Palace. There's a jazz band there. There's a guy with a turban there now.
Scaffoldings, the Lyceum originally was constructed as an auxiliary building for this palace to accommodate the staff, the servants.
40-minute ride to get out here.
But later, the royal family gave it for this educational establishment. Pushkin was one of the first graduates, one of the first 30 graduates, and it influenced all his life because the best friends he had were among those graduates, and they really became Russian patriots. They struggled against the royal power for the sake of Russia later, and it was all his friends, so he was also at loggerheads with the royal family. The bust which we are passing on our left is the bust of Rastrelli, the Italian architect who constructed a lot of beautiful buildings while serving as a court architect of Elizabeth, the daughter of Peter.
This palace was destroyed during World War II when the Nazis had they circled the city and a 900-day siege which failed 1941 to 1943, almost 3 years.
Ability to do it.